But I'm saying 68 by now for 13 years from now.
This crypto winter snuck up on us. Nobody saw it coming, and there was no single catalyst, as in past winters.
The banks need this more than crypto.
Gary Vee says he's buying left, right, and center.
Rick Edelman says the Clarity Act could send crypto to the moon.
Yeah, and Chris Giancarlo says banks need crypto rules more than crypto does. Hey, welcome back to Shooting the Shit. From the Satoshi's Hive studio, I'm Damien.
I'm Andy.
And we're just two guys sitting around a table talking about Bitcoin. Right off the top, thank you so much to you and to DJ Revelo. Ooh, is he expensive?
Yeah. You know how we always say, hey, send a few sats to the QR code? Send a few more, because we got his bill. It ain't small.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not cheap to get into the studio.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah.
It's a good time away. We had a wonderful holiday, but time to get back at it. Time chain calendar, blockchain height, 940,952.
All right, and coming up, Bitcoin mining goes to outer space.
And America declares they are the crypto capital of the world.
And Edward Snowden has an unpopular but true statement about Bitcoin. All that coming up.
Keeps climbing. We're dropping fast. 6 miles and counting. All right, lights on. Whoa, that's an entire field of Bitcoin. If it were only that easy.
For those fans that are really interested in outer space and you like Bitcoin, I got the story for you. There is a company called StarCloud, and they are now planning to be the first company to mine Bitcoin in space. I'm surprised it hasn't happened already, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, it seems there's space is becoming applications for all kinds of different things.
Well, we've got Elon Musk and SpaceX, and he is very involved in Bitcoin. But this company, StarCloud, wants to be able to just throw a miner node into a orbiting satellite, low Earth orbit, and we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, space.
And hey, how about Michael Selig, the chair of the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, declares America as the crypto capital of the world. America is going full crypto, and this came from a speech at the FIA Global Cleared Market Conference.
So we've heard from day one, Donald Trump, he wanted to make America the biggest and the best, and he wants to do that with everything.
That's his motto.
But,
yeah.
Crypto is one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, there it is. And Edward Snowden, we know him as the whistleblower, really came out with some amazing stuff. I don't know how you can be mad at somebody who really is spilling the truth.
He's doing what he needs to do.
They call this an unpopular but true thing. Bitcoin is the most significant monetary advancement since the creation of coinage. So I don't understand unpopular but true. Unpopular to those that don't want Bitcoin, maybe, but to the rest of us, it's spot on.
It's unlike anything that the world has ever seen before.
Yeah.
And you know, so it's hard to get people to wrap their head around it because we've been used to doing the same thing the same way all our lives, right? So now we're being asked to think differently. And for some people, that's tough.
Yeah, so people ask, is it too late? We're gonna put in perspective right now for you how not too late you are.
Right.
When we talk about Bitcoin, Jay, throw that slide up. This is a breakdown of who owns Bitcoin. Now, 65% is individuals.
Right.
That's really encouraging. And then as you go down the line, it gets a little smaller. Funds and ETFs at 8%, corporations 6%, and then governments at 2%. Only 2%. So we, the majority, 65% are individuals. But Jay, how about this slide? This is Bitcoin. If you own one Bitcoin, you have more Bitcoin than 99.1% of the population. No, excuse me, 99.9.
Yeah.
That's how little it's out there. And we just reached 20 million, right?
Yes. And so remember, there's 8 billion people, 21 million Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway, I love that stuff.
Yeah,
Videos
absolutely.
coming up. 64.
Beautiful morning out here. Whoa, got something big on the other line. Come on, stay on there. That's a heavy one. Easy, got it. Bitcoin. If it was only that easy.
Gary Vee, entrepreneur, marketing expert, and internet personality, says he's buying.
I'm comfortable to say out loud, I'm buying Bitcoin left and right the last 48 hours because I'm cost averaging out.
Yeah.
It was $1.25. It's 68,000. It can go down to 30,000. If I said here right now, y'all, you have to buy Bitcoin, and you guys aired this tomorrow, I'm sure you have a process. But if you did, and it goes from 68 to 42, people are gonna be mad at me. But I'm saying 68 by now for 13 years from now.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yay.
So he's looking long term. That's what we always talk about with Bitcoin is you're planning for the future.
Right.
You've heard numbers of how high it can go.
Yes.
Where it's going to go. Michael Saylor, if you ask him, 21 million by 2020, 2031, 2041.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
21 years.
And he also talked about DCAing, as, he said he introduces to people and then it goes down. And he goes, well, that's when you should buy more because your average lower cost is going to be lower once it comes back up, right? So you should be DCAing in both
What is that?
dollar cost averaging,
Okay.
putting in a couple $100 a month, whatever, but doing it consistently, whether it's going up or down, over the long run, your cost will become lower.
Cool. Rick Edelman says the Clarity Act could be more a catalyst that pushes crypto to new all-time highs and quickly.
I do believe that if the bill passes, the winter's over. You will see prices skyrocket and we'll hit all-time highs really, really quick. That's what I'm really looking forward to and I'm excited about. This crypto winter snuck up on us. Nobody saw it coming and there was no single catalyst as in past winters. But I've created a list of 9 reasons, each of them innocuous, but you add them all up, put them all together in the same time frame, and they were 9 straws that annoyed the camel.
Give me your bull and bear case. The bill passes, we reach new all-time highs. What is that new all-time high?
I'm still on record that Bitcoin will be $500,000 by the end of the decade.
So he called it a winter that we did not see coming, and he says with this Clarity Act, it's going to clean the winter up.
Yeah.
And spring is coming too, so it's a game.
Well, and it's all based on this bill being passed, right?
Yes.
I mean, that is what the industry is waiting for. That is what traditional funds are waiting for, just to give them the clear go-ahead, the clear highway to go ahead and do it.
Everyone says it will be in March.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Carlos says the push for legislation isn't just helping the crypto industry. The banks need it.
Analog network system they operate on is going to be superseded by this. And crypto is going to build. These are risk takers. They're going to build it here or they're going to build it abroad. They're going to build it anyway. The banks, however, can't afford regulatory uncertainty. Their general counsels are telling their boards, you can't invest billions of dollars in this that it's going to take to build this unless you've got regulatory certainty. The banks need this more than crypto.
I think they need it more.
They do.
Right?
Yeah.
It's so fun to watch. We're having so much fun with these stories. It's really good.
Yeah.
You were in Calgary, and you have a group up there called YYC.
YYC.
Do you want to touch on them?
Yeah,
a bit?
my Bitcoin gang up there. Great group of people. They meet every 2 weeks. Go to yycbitcoin.com. You'll see their schedule there. Great group of people to communicate with. They have a WhatsApp group chat if you're in the area. Be great to see you down at the Derrick and Gin Mill, I think it's called, downtown Calgary. Every 2 weeks or so we get together, usually every Monday or Tuesday. So go on to yycbitcoin.com and check them out. And if you're around, you should show up for a meeting. They're a cool bunch of people.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're having one in your neck of the woods. We'd love to hear about it. Let us know, bimblebit.com. In the meantime, maybe there's something right next door to you with our Bitcoin event calendar.
Satoshi Quotes. Episode 8. I'm sure that in 20 years there will either be very large transaction volume or no volume. Satoshi Nakamoto.
Wherever you're joining us from, Nostr, YouTube, and around the world, thank you for your likes, follows, and subscribes. And if you like what we do here at Bimblebit and shooting the shit, make sure you hit that QR code. Every little sack goes back into making the show better and getting us closer to maybe a couple of days a week.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
We got some really fun stories to leave you with. We'll try to make it quick because you got a couple too, but an incredible story. A man recovered $3 million worth of Bitcoin from a wallet that he lost the passwords to. So he teamed up with a company and some clever tech work were able to manage to regain his 43.6 Bitcoin, which just goes to show that persistence pays off.
Isn't that
so
something?
Congratulations to him.
Well, especially after hearing about the guy that lost it in the...
I thought about landfill guy.
Yeah, landfill guy. Yeah, don't know his name. Landfill guy.
Yeah.
So also there's this giant Bitcoin drone show in Switzerland, and it shows Bitcoin eating fiat currency.
Yeah.
Dollars, euros, and everything like that. Just really super stuff, right?
Let's see it.
Utility is relative. This is what they do not understand. They see a ticker on a screen,
We see the most secure savings technology ever invented. They think it's just another asset in their portfolio.
Wacko, wacko, wacko. I like that little Pac-Man action going on. And Michael Saylor, of course, we can't end the show without him not being involved, and boy, is he involved.
The Saylor tracker is at it again, hey? Oh my gosh. 40,331 Bitcoin in the last 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
The one on Monday, just this Monday, was $1.2 billion. It was about 22,000 Bitcoin.
Yep. And last but not least, our friends Metaplanet, who are trying to get that 1%. They want to have 210,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2027. Right now, they're sitting around, how many is it?
35,000 or something like that.
They want to have 100,000 by the end of 2026, and then 210,000 by 2027. And that, my friend, is a wrap.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm Damien.
I'm Andy.
We're just two guys sitting around a table shooting the shit about Bitcoin right here on Bimblebit.com.
Cheers, mates.